topic number 9 and lecture number 1.
Good morning, everyone.
So, this week pertains to advanced nursing care, in which we'll have certain lessons. And dear friends, I just want to tell you one thing. Doctors are very, very important because they are the one who diagnose, makes a treatment plan. But they're very busy people. And then thereafter, most of the patients, they come into the wards. And who looks after them? It's basically nursing staff. They remain with the patient 24 by 7. They talk to the patients like what in palliative care we say, that low tech and high touch. This high touch is being provided by nurses to the patients in the wards, and they are very important because patients can talk to them anytime. Whatever is happening to their conditions, if it is severe or something, yeah, so otherwise they just need something else. So that is the time they call nurses, and intern nurses call resident doctors, and that is how the whole process start. Am I right?
Yes. So, like physician plans out the treatment of the disease, similarly, nurses has to plan out the nursing care. The nursing care requirement changes from patient to patient. One patient might have a stoma, other patient may have a Ray's tube, or another patient may have a just urinary catheter. So,
Yeah,
depending,
that reminds me, whenever we people visit hospital, you find so many patients with a tube in the nose, and someone has got a tube here. I think you call it tracheostomy. Just one
yes,
word about this too. You know what is happening on the
yeah,
facial part?
yeah. So, regarding stoma, there are lectures on it.
Uh-huh.
But Ray's tube is the tube, feeding tube, passed from the nostril. It goes up to the stomach, and through which patient can be given liquid diet. And it is done in the this process is done in the patients who are not able to swallow. Yeah, and there are various other indication also. We need not go
Yeah, yeah,
into
yeah.
the detail,
Thank you.
but I'll get back to you with the lectures in this. First lecture is nursing care plan. So how to plan your nursing care for a particular patient. For each patient, nurse has to have a planning, starting from how he will take bath, his personal hygiene, whether he needs dressing or not, what type of medications are given, what type of education needs to be given to the patient and caregiver. All this comes in nursing care plan. They just don't have to follow blindly the instructions of the doctor, but they have their own skills to show whenever a patient is under their treatment. So here in first lecture we are going to describe a case scenario, how the nursing plan was planned during home care. This patient was receiving home care. So that is how this first lecture is about the case scenario. Second lecture is on the bowel and bladder care. In palliative care, many of the patients cannot evacuate their bowel or bladder. Many of the patients are with the catheter. So it is nurses who has to take care of this problem. And here very well described by two nurses, academicians from SGRD College of Nursing, Amritsar. So you will definitely go into the detail of the bladder and bowel care through this lecture, and learn a lot about how it is done in particularly in bedridden patient. How it is done, that is also narrated in this lecture. Another lecture is stoma care. You know what is stoma?
That is what you see, artificial puncture or a hole into the body for a specific medical purpose. Am I right?
Wonderful.
It can be in any
Yeah.
parts of the organ, and accordingly that name has been given, like colostomy or the
Yes.
jujunostomy, something like that. Am I right?
So you are learning medicine to
No,
great
I don't want to
extent.
learn. I just want to know little so that I can remain interested in
Yeah.
palliative care.
So stoma is the opening where the internal organ of the body is brought outside to the external world. That is stoma. So it starts from the tracheostomy where the stoma is done performed in the trachea so that patient can breathe through it. Similarly, stoma is done into the stomach so that patient can be fed to the from through a tube directly into the stomach. Stoma is done into the large intestine so patient can evacuate stool from that opening. So there are various stomas which you have to learn, and that is why the whole stoma care is divided into part 1 and part 2. When this internal organ is outside in the outside body, it has to be protected against infection, contamination, or inhalation of any foreign particle. So how to take care of this, how to keep that area as sterile, clean as possible, and also thing is mentioned in this stoma care. And many of the stoma care requires specialized nursing like colostomy, where the uh, bowel is taken outside for evacuation of the stool. Here, there are specialized colostomy nurses, and there is a specialized colostomy clinic in our cancer hospital, where patients are regularly done follow up. The nurse will teach them the care at home. Nurse will also teach the relative to how to take care of the stoma, and they are given monthly cleaning of the stoma and also thing. So you will learn stoma care in part 1 and part 2, part 2 specifically with related to colostomy. Another important subject discuss over here is skin care in colostomy. Naturally, when the stoma is created to bring out the stool, the surrounding skin is likely to get spillage of the stool and likely to get irritation and infection and also thing. So how to take care of this skin is described in this lecture. So basically week 9
Yeah.
for the nursing care and more specific stoma care you will learn in this week.
Thank you.
And theme?
Theme, you see, in this particular week, that is week number 9, basically we are talking about nurses.
Yes.
And that also we understand that when we say health professionals starting from top, doctors, and then in the ladder comes nurses and then other paramedical staff, So when a patient goes to the hospital, basically it's a integration, the teamwork of everybody. That patient goes to hospital crying and comes out smiling and happy. He's been put onto the grade, as he was earlier when he was healthy. So can I say the nursing as a profession, So I will say nursing, it's an integral part of medical care. Nursing
is
and
an integral
part
part
of
of medical care.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends.